Very bad things are about to happen to the housing market here in the United States. Or, actually, depending on your viewpoint, very good things are about to happen to the housing market here in the United States. But again, it's a matter of perspective. And according to the National Association of Home Builders, they think bad things are going to happen. But of course, they're the ones with the financial incentives to keep home prices high. And right now, they're not able to do that. The National Association of Home Builders, in coordination with Wells Fargo, which has, had their share of legal problems as well, are warning us that builder confidence here in the United States in the housing industry, which shouldn't be an industry at all, but apparently it is in this country, has reached a 3-year low. And it continues to fall. When builder confidence in the United States falls, it means that these home builders, part of the National Association of Home Builders, are building fewer homes. Because, one, they don't think they're going to be able to sell them. And there is a multitude of factors that go into play here with this decline in builder confidence, and every single one of them is a result of what Donald Trump is doing. So let me explain it to you this way. And this is why, depending on your perspective, this is a good thing or this is a really bad thing. In the eventual end, it's all going to be a bad thing. But let me explain it to you this way. The spring season is typically the busiest season of the year of people buying homes. Coming up at the end of the school year, we're going to be moving to a different area, or we just want to move to a different house. This is when people are buying the most homes, statistically. This spring season has hit almost a record low in the number of people buying existing homes. And that's what's starting to freak out the home builders. People aren't buying houses. They're not buying houses due to the economic uncertainty caused by Donald Trump's trade wars. They're not buying houses due to the economic uncertainty of a potential recession coming by June. Or they're getting laid off because companies across the country and the federal government, thanks to Elon Musk and Trump, are being laid off. And the companies around the world are having to lay people off because of the trade war. So it's a vicious cycle. So people are losing their jobs. They don't have money to buy new houses. Because of the potential of a recession, the Federal Reserve cannot lower interest rates, which is pissing Trump off. So interest rates are high, which makes it less likely that people are going to buy houses, which is the point of keeping them high to avoid a recession. So the home builders have had to do this. And this is where some people say, well, hey, this is a good thing. And I agree with you for now. They're having to lower prices. We have seen home prices over the last, 10, 15 years, ever since the crash of 2007, 2008, skyrocket. Houses that 15 years ago would have sold for $300,000, now selling, especially in the area of Florida I live, for $700,000 or $800,000. It's insane. It is beyond insane. But that's what's happening. But because there is now this glut on the market, since people aren't buying houses, they're having to lower the prices, which could open up the possibility of finally owning a home to tens of millions of Americans, which is a good thing. Prices should come down. The problem is all those other factors I talked about. Because of all those other factors, even people who might be in a position to where we could finally afford a home because they dropped the price by $100,000, they're hesitant to do it because they don't want to get locked into a 30-year 7% interest rate. So even with the lowered prices, the homes aren't selling, which creates the glut. When there is a glut on the market, that causes bad things in the housing market. Eventually, the market crashes out. It collapses. And for individuals, somebody who owns a house and eventually wants to sell it, they could lose money. And that's where things start to get bad. But overall, bad things are happening within the housing market regardless. Builders are having to charge more to build new homes because of the tariffs impacting the tools and supplies that they use to build these homes. And all of this is because of Donald Trump. And if that housing market collapses, like we saw in the Bush years, the rest of the market soon follows. Thanks for watching, everybody, and if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.